Hey guys, today we're going to be reviewing the Scuf controller by Scuf.
Oh, I have it. Hold on.
Our unveiling. We don't have the box, so we're gonna do it like that.
Yeah, Sean got the Scuf controller, the radioactive zombie. So, let's get into it. Alright, so here we have the Scuf controller. As you can see, it's actually, well, you can't really see, but it's much lighter than compared to a normal controller. Wow, after I picked that up, it's really light. It's much lighter than a normal controller. The normal controller has the battery pack. You can get Scufs without the battery pack on the back, which is what Sean did. He got the wired controller. Then you can see they have the designs for the radioactive, oh crap, that's the wire, for the radioactive zombie. It's got like zombies on it, and it glows in the dark. If you turn off all your lights, you know you can just play with glowing zombies. Another feature of the Scuf that he added on was domed sticks. So if you have ever played PlayStation or PlayStation 3, domed sticks compared to the indented grooves of Xbox analog stick, these ones are domed, so it's a rounder shape.
Getting to some more specs of the controller, if you look on the back of a normal controller, the Scuf controller that I got customized, it has a sort of a
Rubbery grip
to the back of it. That costed extra, but I went all out with this controller and got things that were a bit unnecessary. Some options with the controllers is you can get like whiteout buttons, dome sticks of course, and then you can get the different D-pad, which as you can see rotates. And so does the newer Microsoft controllers, but there we go.
It's just an extra option you can get with Scuf, so it's pretty cool.
And of course I got mine wired because I hate having to use batteries. Batteries are one of the most annoying things about Xbox. And all around this controller costed $300 total, and it's a lot, but like I said, I got a lot of things which are unnecessary, like these back paddles back here that are the main reason for Scuf. This one's my A, this one's my B. So that way when I'm playing Call of Duty, I can jump with this and knife with this. So that way I never really have to take my fingers off of my analog sticks. Some other cool things on this controller is I actually got the trigger stops. So that way when I shoot, I don't have to push them down as far.
Trigger stops right there. You can see them. They're little.
Let's compare them, right?
They're like little Allen wrenches.
Now let's compare them here. So you see how much you have to push that one in?
Distance compared to.
And you can actually hear that one.
So if you like hold it at the same angle here, you see here you have the stick here, you push all the way in and it goes all the way down, so that really affects the time that you have shooting, especially if you're playing like a first-person shooter game or something, compared to this where if I'm clicking the button and I'm shooting, it's just one single click instead of having to push all the way down, so I can shoot much faster. So, and then this is just a closer look at the paddles. Doing our reviews, since we since we do reviews for you guys on things, I like to point out the pros, but also with the cons of the controller.
Time to get mad.
Yeah, time to get real mad. Scuf, there's not really much to say that's bad about it, except one thing that Sean did bring to my eye that I didn't realize from the start was if you actually see these sticks here, it's just a thin piece of plastic on the back with like a button underneath the pad, so when you push it's just like a click. But these actually lift up and they're very easy to break, so if for some reason you're playing or something and you like just start messing around with it and you flick your finger up here, you can break the plastic piece off and then you're kind of screwed.
So little brothers better stay the heck out of your rooms and all. Like that can get stuck on your pocket, which I found almost broke it the first day I got it. Some more cons of the controller, which they don't really tell you about, is these trigger stops back here. There's no way that you can possibly adjust them to play certain games. So when you look on their website, it says, we only recommend using this for Call of Duty and Gears of War. They don't say that's because it won't work with any other game.
It should really say annoying. Only game that it will work with is Call of Duty and all of that, Halo and everything's and FPSs.
I was getting excited from time to time. Like I would like start playing Far Cry. I'd start playing. I'd be really excited. If stops would actually work with it. But then I tried to drive a car, and I wouldn't be able to push this in far enough to actually accelerate it. So I just played Far Cry without vehicles for a while. That was a lot of fun.
So if you are going to get the Scuf, just make sure you keep like an extra controller just for those games that don't require it. But if you are somebody like me, I do play just mostly Call of Duty on my free time. So this is definitely a controller for you guys if you're into MLG. I know that when you do MLG tournaments, you're allowed to bring your own controllers, and this will definitely give you an upper hand if you learn how to use it the proper way. It's definitely going to give you an upper hand on the rest of the opponents. So coming from MLG perspective, this is definitely something you'd want to put your money into. So
use it while it's still legal.
Because we don't know how long that'll last.
Yeah, MLG, they're trying to ban it right now, but they haven't yet. Also, another con. I have lots of cons, and I'm very mad at Scuf. The cases that it comes with are like $20 extra, and I figured I'd get it so I can carry it to my friend's house without really having any fear of it exploding in my hands or something. If that happens, I guess. Yeah. So I actually bought the case, which was $20 extra, up to my $300, which I was already spending. And yeah, the case, it doesn't fit if you have a wire. If you get your controller wired, it will not fit in that case, no matter what anybody tells you. I have tried to put this in like upside down, and I've like face down, and I've sort of just tried to close it in a case that's this thick this way, and that doesn't work either. And there was just no possible physical way.
You tried to put your controller in sideways?
There's just no physical way for it to work. I thought there might be like some magic behind it, but there isn't.
So real fast, just over the pros and cons. So dome sticks, good idea. I don't really like them, but most people do. Whiteout buttons, blackout buttons. Totally,
unnecessary, but totally sexy.
Totally cool. Designs are awesome. Best designed controllers I've seen. It's not like painted on. It's actually like in the controller itself. Definitely these sticks are good. Trigger shops for Call of Duty and Halo and everything.
Oh, you sweaty kids out there.
Responsive shooters. The grip on the back, definitely better so you don't slip. And then the cons, easy to break triggers on the back. Trigger stops
that don't work with anything.
Only work with Call of Duty, so be a Call of Duty fan. And your case is defective, so don't get it. But that's basically it for the Scuf. We're going to have a short little clip that shows the difference between the trigger stops on a normal controller for trigger finger for pistols and compared to the Scuf.
Gun down, stand by.
In the description, we tried to get Scuf to give us our own custom code to get 15% off on the controller. We couldn't get our own yet, but we do have. They did give us one that we can give you. So we'll put that in the description, and make sure you use that if you ever want to get a Scuf. If there's any other questions you have about it or something we forgot to mention, make sure you comment, like, and don't forget to subscribe. And that's it for today, guys. Stay fresh.